All right, what is up, y'all? So we are coming at you with meal plan number 9, and we're calling this ribs and ribs because we're making both beef ribs and pork ribs. Now, I understand I've got some good feedback on these meal plans. I know some people follow it to a T, and then I know some people just use it to get some ideas for some recipes, and that's totally cool. If you have any other feedback about what we can do to make it better, we are totally open to feedback. And remember what we're doing with these meal plans. We're trying to keep it ridiculously, brutally simple. All right, so most of us, we don't eat breakfast. We're fasting until lunch. Those of us that do is probably something really simple and easy, like one of our shakes, or some bone stock and some collagen, or some coffee and tea, or some of us just fast. All right, so where most of us need help is the lunch. And the lunch we recommend doing is something really easy that you can take with you to work, and you do that every day of the week. We change the lunch up next meal plan, right? And then most of us need assistance with the evening meals. So we're gonna use the leftovers method, which means that we cook one meal for 2 nights. We have 2 recipes, and that gives us 4 nights worth of meals. And then we have Friday leftover smorgasbord, and then the weekends are flex days, okay? So let's get into it. This is what meal plan number 9 looks like right here. We got our breakfast options, the shake, the bone stock, the coffee and tea, or you can just fast, or you can do your own simple thing if you got another idea. For lunch most days, we're gonna recommend our goat cheese omelet, and this thing is freaking amazing. It's one of our favorite things where we actually have some leftovers in the fridge right now from it. I made some for Arnix's birthday. And so if you've never made an omelet, you know, the goal of an omelet versus some scrambled eggs is you got this big patty of eggs that's cooked all the way through that you can flip in half and cook on both sides. You can fill the middle with a little bit of something. So the trick there is having a skillet that's nonstick, that's small enough to hold the eggs, and that you can cook them all the way through. There's a little trick to it, so we have a video. But basically when you have those eggs cooking, you're using a spatula and pulling in the sides so that the liquid from the middle goes out to the sides and you get this whole thing cooked. And once it's relatively cooked through, you can sprinkle in your goat cheese, some crumbled bacon, season it a little bit. We put some hot sauce this time. Flip it in half, cook it for a little bit longer on one side, flip it to the other side, cook it a little bit longer, and there you go. And again, it's freaking amazing. So that's lunch most days, super easy, super nutritious. We come to our first evening meal, our Monday, Tuesday meal, depending on when your week starts, it may just be meal number 1, all right? So we're doing the slow cooker beef ribs. We got some slaw, we got some German sweet potato salad, and Straus ice cream. So let's look at the slow cooker beef ribs. Slow cooker beef ribs, all you've got is some dry seasoning, some dry rub, and you're throwing it in there and you're cooking it for 6 to 8 hours with a little bit of stock or water. And this is a recipe that we pulled from our old Facebook group, and we got a lot of good feedback from it. Cannot remember if I made it, but I know it's really good. And then the side is gonna be SHT Slaw. All right, very simple. You got your veggies here. You got the green cabbage, an optional purple cabbage, some carrots, some diced onion. Then you got your liquid ingredients like your vinegar, approved mayo, some Dijon mustard. We love a little bit of dill weed in it, and then your brutally simple cooking seasoning trio: garlic powder, black pepper, and unrefined salt. And you're basically just mixing all that up and refrigerating it. Very, very easy. Keeps really well in the fridge. Now, what we are excited about as well is going to be this German sweet potato salad. All right, German sweet potato salad has been on my radar for a bit, and basically it's like a potato salad, but it's just different because you're using sweet potatoes and some different seasonings. So you're cubing up some sweet potatoes and boiling them until they're slightly soft, putting those in a bowl, and then you got these other ingredients. You know, you're cooking some bacon on the side, and you're chopping that up. Once you get the bacon cooked, you're taking that out so you can chop it up, and then you're leaving the grease in there and adding some apple cider vinegar and some maple syrup and some mustard, and that's going to be the sauce that you put over the already cooked sweet potatoes. And then you're stirring that up in a bowl. You can eat it warm, or you can put it in the fridge and eat it cold. So I'm so excited to try that. We're probably going to make that this weekend. And then for dessert, for meal plan number 1, we're going to be doing Straus ice cream. This is the first time that we've recommended one of these dangerous desserts, but if you can keep it to a 1/4 cup or a 1/2 cup per evening, I think you're going to be doing just fine. If you can't do dairy, then we do have some other recommendations like Coconut Bliss, So Delicious has some ice creams, Halo Top has some dairy-free options, okay? So that is meal plan number 1. Meal plan number 2 is going to use some pork ribs, and we're also using, for simplicity, SHT Slaw, German sweet potato salad, and the Straus ice cream. All right, so let's just go look at these slow cooker pork ribs. All right, now this recipe is going to call for both dry and liquid ingredients. All right, so you're basically taking your ribs and you're seasoning them with some salt and pepper, and then you got this mixture of some barbecue sauce and maple syrup and apple cider vinegar and some Worcestershire sauce, and you're mixing all that together. All right, and that's what you're going to use to cook this thing. And then after you're done cooking it, you're going to spoon that liquid goodness in the bottom back over the ribs, and then you can serve these things with some barbecue sauce. All right. Now again, Fridays are always going to be leftover smorgasbord. We almost always have stuff at the end of the week that we need to go through, and or it could be, you know, pizza night where you order from Blaze Pizza or one of the approved pizza places. And then Saturdays and Sundays are flex days, which means that you can do pretty much what you want as long as it, according to whatever your goals are, but, you know, I'd recommend staying within the guidelines, and so you can gravitate towards your staples or whatever it is that you like to do, or maybe have some cheat days or something like that. Now for the organ challenge, because we always want to emphasize eating some organs, at a minimum, doing the bone stock and collagen every week is, or most days, is going to be getting you on this path to eating animals nose to tail, or mimicking eating animals nose to tail, which is just great for nutrition. So in a previous meal plan, we recommended buying some of these different organ options, and so we're going to recommend this again. All right, now you do have the beef and liver meatloaf, which is really simple and it tastes really good. Even Arnica likes it, and she's pretty picky with some of these organ things. We've got our beef and liver burgers, and those are awesome as well. But here we've got a bunch of different options, store-bought options, online options, and we've tried all of them and they're all great. Like, I love the U.S. Wellness Meats head cheese and liverwurst and Braunschweiger. Kind of an acquired taste, maybe, I don't know, but it's worth trying. And then there's some options that you can buy at the store. Okay, so that is meal plan number 9, ribs and ribs. We got our recipes, we got our meal plan laid out here, we got our shopping list. Again, any questions, comments, feedback to make it better, or if you got snide remarks, send it our way. And as always, y'all keep it real.